Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Creative Connected Collective, and today we're talking about are hashtags relevant anymore? And my answer to this is depending specifically on where you're talking about using them. SEO in general is relevant, but hashtags have seemed like they're going out of style in a way. When you think about hashtags, you kind of wince. There used to be a point in time that you could drop like 30 hashtags on an Instagram post and hit every single one of those arenas. But today, you don't really have that luxury. You have something that's more of something that someone uses. For instance, hashtags, when you see them used, they're like 3 to 5. And in some cases, because people have used hashtags so frequently on platforms like YouTube, platforms like Instagram, they've cut down or they've just integrated. I was looking at something recently and they were talking about how what it is now is when people use the hashtag sign, they just pull the hashtag off in the search engine anyway, and they just use the word. So, are they really necessary now? I know that for example, this channel, when I use hashtags, because it's been a while since I've used this channel, I've been using them again, because I wanted to get the algorithm familiar with the type of content that I'm putting out so it can justify what my content's about here. So it can be still relevant. But the caveat is it's more important to have the key words than it is to have the hashtag. So the hashtag symbol isn't particularly necessary in some cases. For instance, in you can use it on LinkedIn. Don't overdo it on LinkedIn, because people will see and find your content. But if you overdo, it will cause confusion and they will not promote your content. I found that when I was promoting something on LinkedIn, that when I had the proper amount of hashtags, that it was being found quick. I was getting hits of 100 hits per week on my content, popping up in multiple feeds per week. So it can still be relevant. Pinterest, yes, that needs to be SEO optimized. They even still have tags. The tags are considered the hashtags, because I noticed that when I use my hashtags and I drop them, they say just put your tags down here. Those are the hashtags that are connected to the pins. So yes, they are still relevant. But if you were to use a newer place like Threads, keywords is more important than having that hashtag sign. So having your entire post keyword optimized, meaning all you're doing is integrating the same hashtags that you would normally put in any other place that accepts hashtags. You're integrating the words into the search engine optimization of your content. That way, when people find it, it's not hashtag. It's just in the regular flow of conversation, and it's going to be found because of the regular flow. Think about titles. In a lot of cases, if the title doesn't specifically call for a hashtag, you don't put the hashtag in there. It's not necessary. There was a point in time on Instagram that people were even putting the hashtag in the title of what it was that they created, meaning the pages. And did I do that? I don't even remember if I did that during that season. But in order for it to be found, it's not necessary. Once they understand what your content's about, is no longer relevant. It's almost like, think about ChatGPT now. Once the system gains wisdom of what you're writing about, it no longer needs you to keep telling it, this is my hashtag, this is what I'm talking about. The algorithm figures it out. And you no longer have to ask it to do that. It just does it. That's why you no longer need the hashtag. Once you just put the word there, it knows. Because social media is changing, that these hashtags that were once pathways, they still to a degree are pathways, but you need to know how to use them, how much to use them, and how to optimize them in relation to Google. Now, we already talked about the amounts. So what can you do? It's a way for things to be able to be done, but you have to just do your research. It's more important to do keyword research than it is anything else. So I hope this blessed you. You can come back in the next one.